Another day, another policy. We might even wait for the next one because it'll come around next week. This is up to, I've lost count, at 17 or 18 different policies, none of which actually represented a plan. This is a minister who has emissions going up and he's pretending they're going down. This is a minister that pretends that renewable energy is expanding when we know that renewable energy investment for new projects is in decline. Angus Taylor should listen to the business community who are telling him that what we need in this country is an energy policy, is a climate change policy, and at the moment we don't have one. He's too busy involving himself in fake documents from mayors to worry about his day job. I think that this country needs a Minister for Energy who's capable of actually having a policy that lasts for more than a month.
Just on carbon capture storage specifically, do you support carbon capture storage being subsidised by this government?
Well, what I support is the government having an actual plan. We'll look at the details of the plan that's been released today or is being released today. It didn't. I don't have a fax in the car, so I haven't had the opportunity to go through all of the details. We'll respond appropriately, but this government just comes out with different ideas when it comes to energy policy day after day. I understand there's some element of trading in this plan, something that previously has been rejected by the government. So we'll look at the detail. What's very clear is that they'll probably have another plan in a month by the time Parliament comes back in June.
And are you concerned about the refusal to reopen borders, and does it represent an attack on those without jobs and maybe further damage the tourism industry?
Well, look, it's up to, no one wants any restriction to be in place for one day more than necessary. But state governments are making decisions based upon the health advice. I haven't been critical of any of the state governments, be they New South Wales, where we are now, or any of the other states. They'll make their decisions based upon the advice that they receive.
It's Amber Austin Wright from 10 News.
Hi Amber.
Hello, how are you? I just, in regards to restrictions being eased for people going back to work, there's talk that, the free childcare scheme could end within weeks. How tricky is that going to be trying to wind back that successful childcare scheme when people are still out of work?
Well, the challenge for the government is roll out, and there are problems of the rollout of packages with superannuation fraud taking place, whereby people have had their personal accounts raided by others, and the government didn't seem to have a plan in place. There's problems with JobKeeper, with some people getting increased money, many times more their weekly salary that they used to earn, and others missing out completely. And there are problems if the government just cuts the support for childcare on a single day. That will present a problem. They need to talk with the childcare sector. The childcare sector are already concerned that the actual money which is being spent on childcare, $1.6 billion, is less than the $2 billion that was budgeted for by the government.
If that's just wound back though, surely it's going to leave a lot of parents in the lurch, or a lot of people in the lurch. Like, it's a tricky balancing act, isn't it?
Look, childcare is critical and it's an essential service. It's essential for people being able to work, and it's essential for our economy. The government needs to recognise that and needs to put in place a plan that provides support for childcare centres, but importantly provides support for workers who need to use that childcare in order to go back to employment.
I just had a question just on China, if that's okay.
Sure.
In regards to
For me or Christy? Yep. Hello? And then she went.
Maybe I'll ask about
Sure.
What do you say to China's decision, obviously, to slap tariffs on barley farmers? It's been escalation overnight. Trade Minister Simon Birmingham says he's now going to aggressively pursue alternative markets for farmers now locked out of China by this 80% hike. What do you think about this at the moment, and should Australia not pursue its investigation into coronavirus so aggressively?
Well, look, I've said before, there's nothing remarkable about suggesting that there should be an inquiry into the origins and the spreading that occurred with the coronavirus. We have a coronial inquiry into a single death in this country, and that is a significant thing that we do, and it's normal practice. There's more than 300,000 people have died due to this crisis globally, and of course there should be an inquiry. With regard to trade, it would appear that this is unfair treatment of Australian barley farmers by China, and the government should be giving consideration, and Labor would support taking action at the WTO, the World Trade Organisation, to hold China to account on this. The imposition of 80% tariffs is an extraordinary decision, and we need also, the Australian government should be pursuing with the US what the circumstances are behind the agreement between China and the US for access to China for US agriculture, and whether that has disadvantaged Australia. And we should be pursuing that on behalf of our farmers.